we stop the music and let's focus on the analysis.
They seem to buy.
Hornidos,
Prepare for battle.
what's your comment into the game? I'm not sure if my item build in this game was good enough. Was thinking about Armlet Deso initially, but my offlaner Alchemist was not going for farming items or farming route. I was completely lost on what was I supposed to do against their heroes, especially in team fights. We basically played the game with two cores because Alchemist was very underfarmed. Let me take a look in here.
This must be the
This is an offlane alchemist. Ah,
The battle that was
sucks.
truly in
I mean,
the bag.
whenever there's an offlane alchemist, I was really hoping that someone will benefit from the Aghanim scepter, the blessing one. But you actually last pick a Wraith King. Uh, if we look about the Aghanim's upgrade of this Wraith King, it's just delay on the reincarnation or on their deaths on your teammates. So it's not something like game changing compared to the likes of where are those heroes? Monkey King maybe, Monkey King, Jug, those heroes like Drow Ranger. So your lineup itself is actually compromised of having no great heroes for the Aghanims. Well, Ember is decent for the Aghanims upgrade, but it's not gonna. How do you? What should I say in here? It's not that impactful compared to those carries that will really benefit from the Aghanims. So, give me one solid reason to not report a mid-winter wyvern was fed 6 times in 5 minutes. I don't know. Maybe he's trying the winter wyvern mid like 9 of Tundra. Maybe he got inspired. I don't know. I'm not sure. It depends on the game as well. So yeah, your lineup is no synergy with the alchemist. I could say. Like there's no great Aghanims upgrade in here, so possibly or I suggest that the alchemist will not go for the
30
Aghanims
seconds to battle.
route and be a core as well. I was thinking about picking Ricky but switch up.
Allies where I can.
Getting reported for abusing, like verbal abuse. Oh, okay. So you're trying to contest in here. Maybe he's gonna die. I think. What the fuck is this? You don't need the shard in there. Like he's already trapped, right? No need for shard
First blood.
because going for shard on Tusk level 1, it's gonna
Axe is impressed.
be negative in the lane itself. Tag team is really much important. Are you going to TP in there? Yeah, it seems. And please start cutting the trees in here. So your items are Chango, Salve, Mango. You're going to play against possibly Darkseer Pudge or Darkseer Winter Wyvern, but I think it's Darkseer Pudge. Let me see it here. So if it's going to be Darkseer and Pudge, they cannot. The only pressure that they could do against you is the Iron Shell ones, and once you get level 2 in here, you have so much skill potential on this Darkseer. Maledict, stun, it's so easy. But the moment that this Darkseer get level 3, level 4 and 5, you'll have trouble. Like they can easily do the crypt skipping and you cannot do anything about it since you'll be focusing on the crypts under tower. Like this, it will naturally be pushed in. And your Witch Doctor is not the greatest against Darkseer as well. So yeah, just keep less hitting in here. Maybe get some Tango now to regen faster. Lifesteal, you need sustain. Yeah. Tango. You need to aggro. You need to aggro in here. So possibly the iron shelled crypt will go here to your range crypt and then be at target by the tower. So this thing will not happen. Like you're getting harassed by the iron shell, and then the lanes are being pushed in. You should be the one that will push out the lane. instead of playing it too defensively. Because if you're gonna stay like this when it comes to the creep equilibrium, you will never get a chance to kill them. Especially this witch doctor. He's just waiting for opportunity.
Dire's middle
To do
tower
it.
is not what it used to be. That
Get
is for
blasted,
certain.
Go maybe? Yeah, go. It's pretty cool. Or maybe it's on cooldown. It's actually good. You should just go. Or maybe you want the Darkseer. Yeah. Mango. Yep. Keep more. Blast it. Maybe a pull in here. Yep. Last hitting wise, still good. What's the item that you're gonna play in here, Cornidos? Like you're not buying anything, and all of the components are actually available. If you're going to play Midas, the game is gonna be so slow. Especially you have Alchemist and Ember. Did you end up going for Midas in here? Crit, yeah. He's actually pulling? Nah. Why this is not happening? What's the item? Gloves of Haste? Okay. Dead guy. Deny. What the fuck is this guy doing? A witch doctor. That's free strength.
Nothing better than a nice raw liver.
Gloves of haste. Going Midas. I feel like you need boots as well in here. And his lane. So you can easily move around. Deny. Or even the gloves of the blades of attack. Just to get more attack damage. Because you're basically self-sustaining yourself with the life steal. You just need to keep hitting the creeps. Let's see. Mango again. Okay. And they're pulling. And Darkseer will actually benefit from this. He will take it. 3 levels, maybe level 5. And I think you will have a problem in this lane. What happened though? You actually win the lane. That's it. Nice. This one is dead.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This Darkseer is so greedy. He went for the Soul Ring, and he doesn't have any item for sustaining himself. So if you realize that this Darkseer is doing this kind of build, you could actually dive right now with the help of the glyph. Of course, if Witch Doctor is ready as well, and yeah, Punch is responding, so I guess it's not a go. That opportunity is actually really small. He's hooking. Blind hooking. He loves to waste mana.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's it. Want to kill? Why you're running all the way from there?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Here, at this point, Cornidos. You can actually try to move in here. Cut this tree in here. After cutting the tree, you can connect with a stun. You don't need to waste so much time like rotating like this. Cut the tree. That's actually a kill right here. Especially that the punch just TP'd. After your stun, he got no escape. Even though you don't have boots, creating a path from cutting those trees is actually beneficial.
That Radiant's middle tower.
Shadowfin is missing. Keep right clicking. although you don't have reincarnation, and then the witch doctor although you use all of spells. I wonder why the Pudge and the Darkseer keeps going on your witch doctor. Because if they go on you, you're possibly dead. Yeah, you managed to use Salve. Pudge is gonna die. Yep. Keep last hitting.
Tower is under attack.
Minus like 7, 8 minutes. It's actually nice. Also, Corny does.
Dire's middle
I
tower is
I will
under
suggest
attack.
that you hold out the skill point for your ulti. Like,
War has
if you're going to die,
Radiant's bottom
that's the only time that
tower.
you're going to level the reincarnation. But if you're not going to die, like what happened in this lane, when you use the salve in here, you leveled up the reincarnation. Like, just hold it. You know, you're not going to die anyway. And then even the Ember rotated to the top lane, so that means the enemy cannot really go on you at that point. So maybe hold the skill point for now, and then once you need to go jungle, you can put it in the Vampiric Spirit, and you know, maybe by level 7 you have it completed, and then you can farm faster because of the number of skeletons that you will get for the lane. Why that 7 minutes? This is really good timing, Tornadoes. Really nice timing. Although you're not being pressured. What's the net worth? Almost the same. 49, 44. To be fair, the Darkseer didn't die even once. It's only the Pudge that keeps dying, and then the Pudge keeps on providing sustain for the Darkseer,
At Radiant's
which is actually a nice job for the support. Tango. Okay. That's it. Range grip. You're late. Yeah, you're late. When it comes to the creep aggro though, regarding the tower,
spree.
if those creeps are not attacking the tower, they will go on the remaining creeps that are attacking the tower, which is the range creep from that point. Face boots, yeah. There's some CS right there.
Tower is
That's
under
fine.
attack.
Okay. Are you going to jungle now? At least get like mutual items. Maybe you could get like chip vest. Possess math is actually in there, but I don't think you actually need it. You have vampiric spirit. We're going to max mortal strike, right? Disconnected. Holy shit. Look at this Darkseer. This is his items. He's rushing the Aghanims.
Let's get
Nah, you're not helping him. You just want to farm. This lane will be pushed in. For sure.
Radiant's middle
Ocean
tower
Harp,
is under
take it.
attack.
You have face boots now. So what's your next item after this? There's a lot of things, or I could say that this lane is kind of passive, although you are really aggressive when it comes to the Pudge, which is much easier to kill because of low movement speed and then no mobility compared to the Darkseer. But to me, since the Darkseer went for the Soul Ring build, like Rush, without any sustain, I think you should punish the Darkseer in this particular lane harder than the Pudge, because the Pudge is not going to flash farm
Dominating.
or scale like the Darkseer, and the stronger you get,
Tower is under attack.
the Darkseer is gonna achieve much greater as well when it comes to the Wall of Replica later on.
Just like Axe.
So if the Darkseer is not being punished, he will be a real problem later on in the mid game to the late game. Upon looking in your draft as well, like all of you have stun for sure, but you don't have the great what do you call this, burst damage. Aside from,
Tower is
of course, Maledic is a burst damage. But yeah, you need to properly chain stun it. But they have Winter Wyvern Punch for save as well. And then Ursa can easily burst someone
Dire's middle
later.
tower is under attack. Double kill.
Go for skeleton push. Keep farming. Yeah. Attack speed. Yeah, why not? Your top net worth. You're not being pressured in the lane. You're not being pressured right now as well, which is still good. Keep farming. Going back to lane. Okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Back to lane. Full wave. Yeah, get everything.
Dire's bottom
Large
tower
camp, maybe?
is under attack.
No large camp? Nah, he cleared it. Small camp now. Then connect to the right, farm. Yeah. Then the waves are pushing in.
Dire's top tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Keep farming.
Like cordwood before Radiant's middle tower is under
Is there anyone that is farming the ancients? I feel like they're stacking the ancients for the alchemist later. Refusal. No damage. Only maledict. Nice curse.
Courier has been slain.
You're not going to help them? It's too late now. The fight is over. 5 heroes bottom. So you should push this top lane right now. And your skeletons are pushing mid as well.
Mega kill.
Push this, push. Push. Take tower.
Tower is under attack. The red mist spreads at Radiant's middle tower. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Winter Wyvern is here.
Axe needs something to chop.
Ursa mid. Fudge TP'd. Darkseer is here. I think it's time for it to get out of the top lane. Like go to the bottom.
Dire's middle tower. That is for certain. Dire's top tower is under attack.
You should try to get back now. Like go to bottom part of the map now. Yeah, sure, you can still farm in here.
Top tower is under
But this is kind of dangerous, don't you think? Like, if they find... Yeah, I guess they're not finding you. I guess it's not worth it.
Dire's top tower. Axe was not involved.
Yep, you should push. Push together with your team. Since they all TP'd, not actually all, but most of them TP'd to the top lane to defend it. Pressure. So yeah, they're back again to the mid after taking the top. But the problem is, since you stayed in the top lane, it's kind of too slow for me. Like the pacing of the game. Let's see it here one more time. The game's pacing is so slow in here. Let's take a look. So they TP'd on the Winter Wyvern, TP'd on the Podge, and then not sure if this Darkseer TP'd or just surged his way back to the top. But here, after you survive, the best thing that you could do is actually lead the way to the bottom,
Dire's top tower.
because you're just farming in here, right? You're just farming in here. But how about you farm in here? If you farm the lane in here, it will naturally be pushed as well. And you have the catapult incoming. So you push in here, you could farm this after, instead of just being content in here.
Heaven or hell.
Like with these 3 camps. And in the process of farming, like here, you're going to push the tower as well, like tier 1. And once you push the tower, tier 1, it will open up the map. So here, Ursa TP'd alone in here. And then his teammates are actually in here. No TP on Podge, no TP on Darkseer, no TP on Winter Wyvern, and this guy has boost of travel, so they can actually connect to here. But look at your teammate. 3 of them are here, and then they just showed in the mid lane. So maybe try to leave the lane much sooner instead of trying to hold it for the longest time. Even if you manage to get all of the items that you need, let's say Midas Radiance for like 18 or 17 minutes, but if there's no tower that has been taken, it's still hard for you and your team to actually get something on the map. Since this tower has been is still up, this mid lane has been gone for quite some time, which is actually nice because you can easily invade these areas and farm here safely. But here, you are not getting access to here, to these camps, and here as well, because they can always TP and defend it and fight for it. So yeah, you're actually playing in here, which is still kind of dangerous to you, but now it's not dangerous because all 5 of the enemy is actually here. So I am hoping that you will get this tower this time around. But the thing is, Cornidos, if you take this tower, like the top tier one, it will not achieve that much compared to the bottom and to the mid tower. Because after taking this tower, you are not going to access these camps right here, because this is their triangle. This is on the high ground. Unless you have vision and everything, and then you are so strong, you can easily invade their triangle. So this tower, if it falls down, it will not do better job compared to destroying this. Once you kill this tower, you'll have access in here and here, much safer. So more resources for your enemy, for your team to actually farm. And then if you played in here, after farming here, the lane, the camps right here, you can easily go to the triangle, which is ancient camps. It will give you a lot of gold, accelerate your farm. So yeah, pacing of the game is so slow to me, because yeah, you stayed in the top lane for so long. 17 minutes Radiance, that's really nice. But once that you have Radiance, what will happen in here after you got Radiance? Are you just going to AFK farm for your next item, or you're going to fight with it? So that's my next question in here in this game. Because if you're just going to farm with your Radiance, like passively like this, more likely you're not going to limit the resources of the enemy, because you're not taking any space for good. The enemy is still safely farming in here and here, accessing those camps, and they can still fight you in here. Stun, chain stun, yeah, one more. Diffusal blade, okay. Keep going. This Ursa is dead. Nice. Move now. What the fuck is this? Went for creeps. So yeah, keep pushing. Push, push, push. Blink dagger. Okay. Well, the Ursa has the diffusal blade. You really need mana for it, or the shard against it, and even if you have the shard, the miss chance of the Radiance is not actually that high, only 70%. This Ursa has overpower, like 6 attacks. I wonder how many attacks will miss in there. So if you go for Blink Dagger, for sure you're not going to immediately go to their Ursa. You need to get their Winter Wyvern or Darkster in the fight when you blink in. Because if you blink in to the targets like Ursa, SF Pudge, and then Darkster, and then Winter Wyvern are missing, they can easily save or stop you from healing the target. So yeah, you get your blink. Remove the killing blade. Yeah, nice. Keep going. 4 staff on this guy. Interesting. Are you going to fight? Alchemist wants to farm again. You have Aghanim. You just got Aghanims on this guy, so you should fight. Like here. Darkseer maybe? Oh, you're going for Pudge. Cold Embrace, yeah. No more damage. And Replica. You should go for the Winter Wyvern or Darkster. The wall is gonna really fuck up your team in here. Like the Radiant's Burn. And yeah. We're going to lose in this Ursa. 1v1. What's the graph in here? It seems like after this fight, the enemy is taking control of the game now, setting up the tempo, which is not surprising, given that their hero is more versatile compared to your heroes. They can do a lot. They can do offensive and defensive, while you guys don't really have defensive supports. So you need to be more selective on the initiation of the upcoming team fights. And yeah, you can TP to the bottom and farm. Going on SF, I don't think it's gonna happen. You can just scare away this SF for sure. Yeah, you should scare away this SF right now. You're stopping yourself from farming. You're not going to kill him anyway. Midas maybe? Midas? Yeah. Movement speed, yeah. Max out now. Punch is dead. And you have the shard now if you will get it right now. Yeah. Real nice. Attack speed. 10 attack speed. Do you want the 10 attack speed or the magic resistance? Because to me, I will go for magic resistance in this game. The only physical damage of the enemy is only Ursa. All of them. Magic, magic. Pure, magic, magic. Magic SF. Magic, of course, Darkster. And then the replica. They should not fight the mid. You're not in there. Unless you want to walk in there right now. Fast forward. You're going in. Nothing will happen. Winter Wyvern again. And vacuum wall. So yeah. Team fight. You really need to go on the Darkseer and then Winter Wyvern. One or the other. Because the Ursa is much easier to kite compared to the Darkseer. Because of the surge thing. I mean, the Ursa will have like Enrage or even the Shard. But those utility, especially the replica, it's gonna cause issues not just for yourself but also for your teammates. Look at the Winter Wyvern. He's still in here. Low damage. You can go for stun. Not okay. And you're gonna lose this team fight again. Witch Doctor is down. You don't have Reincarnation. You don't have the Ember, and you don't have the Tusk. This is more of an overcommitment. I hope that the enemy will actually chase you. Especially that the Ember just showed to the top lane. So the enemy know now that there's no Ember. Hook again. Stun. Midas at least. Maybe Central. Okay. So yeah, I think at this point the game is over. Erosion as well. Yeah, they're really taking over. And another thing is that I never saw you do any smoke play in this game. Like, no smoke at all. I'm not even sure if your guys dewarded the mid lane in here. But I don't see any sentry, so I think it's not dewarded. AC. Another aura item that the replica will take advantage of. But it's still fine. You will have like the armor that you need against the Ursa's physical damage. And also armor for your team if ever that they will get cursed by the Winter Wyvern. Halberd, yeah, I actually like it more. Going for Halberd and then stopping the Ursa from attacking you with the physical damage. Halberd is really nice against Ursa. They have the Aegis. Just chill. Wait for the perfect time. Enemy is not showing. Just farm, yeah, keep farming. Now they show in the mid. And then SF is in the top lane. Maybe you could connect to the SF right now. I mean to the Ember and then go with the SF. Like right now. Nah, I use BKB. It feels like to me, Corny, does that for the most part you're only following your hero. Like, yeah, you're checking the items of the enemy, which is nice. But whenever there's an engagement and then you're just farming the neutral creeps, your camera is not moving away from your hero. I'm not even sure if you know that the SF doesn't have BKB. So you can actually try to fight in here. SF don't have BKB, so... Pudge is in there? Maybe go on Pudge? Nah. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard to fight right now. Especially that you don't see the Winter Wyvern and also the Darkseer. The best thing that you could do is actually split push with the skeletons. This is only tier 2 and you still have like fortification. And you're focusing too much on Ursa. This guy has Aegis as well. Legion. Let's go back in here. Here. Yep. You see them playing in the mid lane, right? And you even saw them with your vision in here. Since you saw them that they are going to the mid lane, and you know for a fact that there's still Aegis with the Ursa and there's no Alchemist, instead of you standing in here, you should go and push this top lane. There's only one Boots of Travel in this game. This is only SF, right? So if SF will go to like Blink, Yules, and then Requiem, I don't think you'll die. Unless there's like two more heroes with him, and that's for sure you'll die. You in here, like the Wraith King, you should not be defending this tower because you're not a really great defender. You can either go for pressure the top lane or go to the bottom lane, and hoping that one of them will actually TP back to base and then defend the tower. And at that point, you can go for TP to your teammates and you can fight them because someone TP'd to the pressure that you are doing. So yeah, it's actually much better if you push this lane, pressure the top tier 2, let them play in here. Even if they take the tier 2 mid, it's not gonna be that. In fact, it's not gonna be that important at this point because you still have the tier 3 and then you still have fortification. The moment that they will siege high ground, like let's say they stayed, the moment that they stayed together and go for the high ground, possibly you end up taking their tier 2 top as well, and you will use the fortification. And since they don't have any catapult wave, it's so easy for your team to actually clear the creep wave. No catapult, no magic resistant on the creeps, or on the creep because there's only one catapult, of course. So yeah, you still have fortification. You should not be defending. You should never stop farming. Outmaneuver the enemy if they are really ahead. Like outmaneuver, outnumber, you know. Do some trades at least. Do some trades. You give them the tier 2 mid, you take their tier 2 top. And then tell your team to defend high ground. You know, that's it. At the same time, your Ember can actually your Ember can cut the crypt as well in here. Like Remnant thing. Remnant here or even here. Cut the wave like here, here. Two-way push and then the enemy is just pushing mid. Fortify. Easy defense. Even if you give the mid racks, if you can pressure like all the way in here, it's still fine.
Or could it?
You are so weak right now at this point, especially with the Aegis. There's no way that you will win a team fight in here. So stop going for a head-on engagement. Keep getting hooked. SF, no more cancellation for that. It is warded for sure. Get back is the call, yeah. That's your one of your strongest hero. Even if you're top net worth in here,
is under attack.
you're not
Dire's bottom
doing
tower
anything.
is face down in the
Because
dirt.
you are defending the buildings.
Bottom tower is taking many wounds.
Urza is in here. Wall, you're dead. Buyback maybe? Nah, no buyback. So yeah, GG. The ages just expired after you died in here, right? So maybe you can try to fight in here. Nah, they messed up as well. Alchemist ulti down. Same thing with the Witch Doctor. And Tusk cannot do anything if he's playing defensive. I wonder, Cornidos, if you do have any question to me though so far in this game. To me, the biggest mistake here that you did is
Cordwood before
defending the tier 2 mid.
top tower.
Defending the tier 2 mid.
Tower is under
Try to outmaneuver them. Outnumber them.
top tower.
Force them to TP. React to your pressure. And once they're outnumbered, you TP'd and then fight. Especially the target that you are looking for is the Darkseer and then the Winter Wyvern. I would say go to the Darkseer instead of the Winter Wyvern. Because the Darkseer's escape is Surge, which is really high movement speed. And the Winter Wyvern, if you go for the Cold Embrace, he will just stay in place. Yeah, you should really leave the lane like much sooner. You stayed for the top lane for too long and then tried to take this top as well. When you saw like all of them, like 5 heroes in here, trying to fight your, trying to take your tier 1 tier 1 top, you should have gone to the bottom and then take it. In that way, you are going to farm like much faster pace. I wasn't forced to leave, that's why I stayed longer. Yeah, I could say because you're happy that you're farming safely, right? You're not getting pressured. You're getting good amount of farm. But the problem with that approach is you're not getting any space. I mean, you are not creating space for your enemy or for your team rather. You're just statically farming in here. You're not abusing the info in which the enemy all trapped in the top lane because they TP. So they're trapped in here in the top lane. Their only option is to proceed with the top push in here, or go back to mid. That's their only option. They cannot magically go to the bottom altogether.
Dire's middle tower
They don't have Underlord to do that maneuver.
are under attack.
So
Axe cannot bear to watch.
I could say that
Unlike Axe, Dire's middle barracks
I could say that time is gold. Corny does. Let's look at the graphs in here. Time is gold, basically. You have a very good timing, like 7 minutes, 17 minutes Radiance. But your team is not getting a lot of space, and then they're getting pressured by the whole enemy, like moving together and then taking the objective towers. Since they have the objectives in here and here, it is significantly much easier for them to rotate. Easy rotations from them. And no one actually invading here, while the enemy is invading in here, and here, and here, and here. All over the place. Because they're moving together. They're abusing the space.
heaven or hell. Dire's top tower is in Dire's top barracks are making the business of
Even if your timing is good, but you're not able to mess up with the item timing of the enemy, it's still not good enough. Like this, you have 17 minutes Radiance, but the whole enemy is so strong at that point that you cannot even fight easily. Like they have their levels, they have their items to continue the fight, and so they snowballed. Especially in the Darkseer one. Passive laning for me. Passive laning, overstaying on the lane, and not getting the objectives done. Even if you get a lot of golds, if you don't get any objectives, the game is much harder for you and for your team. So in our games though, let's compare it to the Immortal bracket. Even if there is like 7 minutes or 5 minutes catapult wave, the mid and the carry will actually rotate in the side lanes just to get the objective done. Destroy the enemy's safe lane's tower. Okay? Especially if you're up against like Timbersaw level 5, level 6, you are going to abandon that lane and then try to trade tower instead. But if you try to defend the tower and failed, or let's say successful, you're going to spend so much resources for your team, like so much reactions. There's a sign of life of this game, which is actually nice. Going for BKB, yeah, this is really good. They all magic. Isn't 5 minutes too early? It depends on the matchup, Corny does. It really depends on the matchup. I'm talking about something like with the offlane Timbersaw, that whenever he got level 4, level 5 with catapult, he's so strong that he can easily dive your tower. So it's a case-to-case basis though. But in this game in particular, I think when the enemy SF, Ursa, Winter Wyvern rotated to your lane, that's the time that you should abandon the lane and then force reaction to the bottom instead. And I'm sure you will succeed in taking the bottom tier 1 because they just went to the top lane, right? You don't need to overstay in your jungle. Take their jungle instead. You're farming too safely, and that's something that I observed. Way too safely. And yeah, I guess you don't have any info as well. Like if this guy TP'd, you know, maybe your team is not telling you that thing as well. Why does Pudge? Okay, I'll put that. Yeah. Because it's gonna look stupid if there's no backup from there's a Pudge. Nice hook. The enemy is so coordinated, and yeah, you don't have any vision for mid. Let's get out in here. Smoke? I don't think you can actually press the issue in here. Like, yeah, maybe there's no curse, but that's it. It's gonna look bad. Yeah, Winter Wyvern is still in there. Keep going on Dark Sphere. Yep. BKB, nice. Keep going. Stun. Dark Sphere managed to get the replica. Pudge is dead. Shit. Your team is being kited too. This is GG at this point. I think they can chase you down in here. Yeah, you even showed to the equip. Maybe go to the staircase and then TP. But yeah, it will not change the what the fuck is this? Alchemy is offlane, guys. But yeah, to me the draft is really bad on your case. Like enemy's draft is way better, and the execution is way better. Objectively speaking, like what is the time when all of your tier 1s are gone? I don't know how much time it took to them for them to actually finish all of the tier 1s. So yeah, Cornidos, do you have any questions to me though? Itemizations though, I really like the halberd, but it's only gonna be useful to the Ursa. BKB, always good against magic lineup. But aside from your itemizations, it's more of a problem on the execution and then team fight, like map movement in general. That's the biggest problem in here in the mid game. That's why you lost the footing. Like it's actually a good thing that the mid tier 1 has been gone much early. But the problem is this tier 1. And yeah, snowballed. What is this? Minus 900 MMR full week. Divine 2 on Monday? Is this guy as an account buyer? Like, there's no way that a divine player will actually lose like 900. Feels like an account buyer to me. I don't know, maybe boosted. Because if you're serious about your MMR, you're going to take a break if you're losing too hard or too many MMR in 1 week. Yep, GG at this point.
Dire's middle tower is not what it
Questions, Cardinas. I hope that answered your questions regarding the regarding your comment, like heroes to go or heroes to jump in a team fight. It's going to be Darkster and then Winter Wyvern. Depending on the positioning of your team. Like if your team is sticking together, you should go for or if you're near as well, and if you think that someone will die with a curse, they can go for vacuum and then curse as well. So I think it's not just you that should go on the Winter and the Darkseer. I would go for the Ember Spirit to do the same thing as well, because Ember Spirit has the Aghanim's, which means he will be able to freely use the what you call this the Remnant Aghanim's upgrade. So it will reveal the enemy's position. I didn't think about creating opposite pressure. Huge mistake. Yeah. I think the biggest mistake here Corny does is in the tier 2 mid. Remember that one? When you have vision over them, like with the SF and then Darkseer connecting to the mid lane, so they're basically leaving the top lane and then moving to the mid. That's the time that you should go to the top and create pressure instead of defending the tier 2 mid, and the enemy has Aegis and you still have fortification and they don't have catapult. Even Ember can easily defend it with the Sleight of Fist, Maelstrom procs, and Searing Chains as well. And it's not gonna be easy for them to kill the Ember Spirit because of the elusiveness of the hero itself. So yeah, you tried too hard to defend buildings, which is not beneficial. You need to do more trades than this. So if they're taking the tier 2 mid, give it. Ask yourself if can you actually defend it? What's the better move? And in that case, split push. Create side pressures. And potentially, I guarantee you this, one of them will fucking TP in the building. Because that's how low MMR player works. Like in the Divine Divine and below. They don't care if it's if the team is pushing together with Aegis and such. If they saw that their tier 1 is getting pressured and there's a lot of creeps, someone will defend it and then farm it happily. But they didn't even realize that the decision itself to farm selfishly is kind of game losing. So let's say SF, the Shadow Fiend, TP to the top. You TP back to your team and then fight. It's basically 4 versus 5, even though there's Aegis with them. Since the SF is one of the strongest hero on the map, like the top net worth of the Radiant team, their team fight is significantly lower. So you can easily win that fight. Questions though? No questions, I guess. Alrighty. So thank you for your time, Cornelius, and yeah, remember those things. Don't stay top lane for so long. If you know the enemy's positioning, like they use TP in a specific lane, let's say like the top lane, they TP in there, you need to think about how can you take advantage of that. Like, yeah, SF is trapped in the top lane. So if I go to mid, if I go to bottom, the SF will not be able to defend it, Those kind of things. How do I sign up for replay analysis? Go here. You should join in our Discord server, and then make a request in there.